be for something else.
It started as something for here. I don't want to spoil it necessarily.
I'm not spoiling anything.
I know you're not spoiling, but I don't want to spoil it because, it's something that I'm going to do a few days from now, and I don't want...
For gloves?
I can't say.
He doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about what it is or what it entails.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it's for something else.
Something gloves related?
Possibly, quite possibly. Can't say. But originally I was going to do it here today, obviously, because it would work for my Foggy London Town experience. Now, what I'm actually doing is very different. So that's not giving away anything if I say, it works in both.
Do you see this fruit fly? He's fucking a menace.
I don't see the fruit fly right
just
now.
wait till he comes
I know there
at
was
ya.
one earlier, but I don't see.
He's going to derail this episode. I'm just letting the people know right now there's a fruit fly.
I think you're just spazzing out over there. It looks like nothing.
There's a fruit fly.
No, I'm sure there is a fruit fly.
Get all my business. So what are you guys doing for gloves?
We're heading to Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, the Windy
The
City.
Windy City. Mike, what are you doing in Chicago?
Just bumming around, going to a Cubs game.
Nice.
This and that.
Nice.
Yep.
They got FIFA games there? They got World Cup games. Yeah, at Soldier Field. I think they do.
Yeah, Google. Let me know, because that'd be insane. Because I just can't escape the World Cup then.
Not an official venue.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because
They had a friendly.
Okay. Because I was in London, of course, and the day I was leaving, we had to leave for the airport early because it was Prince Charles's birthday.
Oh, shout out to the Prince.
So they had, a bunch of stuff
They
blocked
lifted the
off.
fog that day?
Yeah, they lifted the fog a little bit that day, a little bit better visibility. But then we flew into Toronto, which they are having World Cup stuff there.
Yep.
So I can't avoid it. I can't avoid the World Cup. Was
there buzz in London about the World Cup?
Yeah,
about
there
England?
was some buzz.
About bringing it home, as they say?
I didn't really talk to anybody. I didn't really talk to anybody who wanted London to win, except one guy. I was in this England. Yeah, I was in this comic shop, and I was talking to the owner, and then this guy who worked there walked in, and he's like, "Oh, World Cup starts today." And I was like, "Oh, does it really?" I'll just wait. He's a guy like me, so he's like, "I'm just waiting for the Lego video that they're putting out today about the World Cup." And he goes, "Oh, well, the start days. Who are you rooting for?" England. So that was the only guy. But
why would they not root for England?
I don't know. Maybe they like other teams. There's so many other teams.
Yeah, but they're in London.
Yeah, but you never know.
I got a lot of questions about London, if you're okay with starting with some London talk.
Yeah. Let me rev up. Vroom.
I forgot all my questions regarding London.
Jeez,
I had a bunch of questions.
Why didn't you write them down?
No, now I know what at least the first one. I know what the two of them are.
Okay.
So, well, I want to capture a little bit of a play-by-play from your end, but
I'll
to
try.
maybe start that off, you hit a lot of comic book shops while you were in London, I feel like.
I only hit like 3, I think.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Were you just in one spot the whole time, like just London the whole time? You were bouncing?
Well, we did stay in London the whole time. Excuse me.
But one location, one room.
Yeah, one room.
Okay.
But we went out to Oxford one day, couple hours out, which is where I went to one comic book store, and then we went to Notting Hill, which might technically be in London. I have no idea.
I'm familiar with Notting Hill.
From the movie.
What movie?
There's a movie called Notting Hill.
Oh, okay.
And apparently there's like a bookstore in that movie, or it centers around it's Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant, and one of them works at this bookstore.
Julia Roberts.
So
who else would it be?
And of course it's fucking Hugh Grant.
I don't know who Hugh Grant is, but I believe you.
So, we went to the bookstore. I did not know about this until we got there. We met our friend who's staying in London, and all of a sudden my wife wants a picture with this bookstore, and then a bunch of people start coming up taking their pictures with this bookstore. So I'm like, is this bookstore a part of the movie?
Yeah.
And Julie, who we were meeting with, was like, yeah, it is. That's part of it.
They didn't teach you that in Gossip Girl?
I didn't watch Gossip Girl.
Which one did you watch?
Of what?
The show. You watched
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls, yeah.
No, man, Gilmore Girls, that's not their style, son.
I feel like it is their style.
Don't bring up Gilmore Girls, dude.
I feel like that. What's her name?
Don't do it.
Ruby?
Rory?
I feel like Rory's got to be all over.
I'm sure she appreciates Notting Hill. Yeah,
Notting Hill.
But they like other stuff too. But I wouldn't classify it as a strictly Gilmore Girls thing. Like, it could take it or leave it. And don't bring up the Gilmore Girls. I'm still upset about that show. What the fuck is the mom's name? Lorelai.
That's the mom's name. That's the grandma.
No, that's not the
What's the grandma's name? Wait, you
I
don't like
honestly can't
Lorelai?
remember. No, I like them all at the beginning, but then once big spoiler alert for Gilmore Girls, and I mean this. A lot of times I'm like, hey, I don't care about spoiling things. Gilmore Girls, I will not try. I will attempt to avoid a spoiler on at all costs. So skip ahead a little bit. When Luke and Lorelai get engaged, take a shotgun and put that show out.
Really?
That's bad. And
Isn't
then
that
all
what
the
the whole
stuff
show was leading up to?
No, I mean, if you're an idiot, I don't know, man.
All right, so back to Foggy London Town.
Okay.
So that was two things you did. You went to a
what?
comic book store and a bookstore.
Yeah, that's true.
What else? There was another comic
went to
book
a couple
store in there.
more. Yeah, I went to another comic book store, a couple more bookstores, another comic book store. I bought 2 new copies of Dune that I didn't have, so that's awesome.
Same book, just different copy.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Do they have? This is probably such a stupid question.
No, it's not, Matthew.
Like in London, is like Marvel Comics, like is that still the big thing, or do they have like the Bean Man? He's just a London superhero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
They got any?
Yeah, you nailed it.
They got any people that guard clock towers or red buses?
No,
Did you see Big Ben?
Yeah, I'll tell you about Big Ben.
Okay.
Oh, it's still Marvel and DC.
So it's the
over
same
there.
comic books.
Basically, I mean, they have some. There are like some, UK publishers that don't have distribution in the States and stuff, but the it's pretty much all Marvel and DC. Yeah,
okay.
But some of them have like the British price tag on them instead, like printed with that, as opposed to which they don't do anymore. Because that's something that typically, like for example, Fantastic Four number 12 is when the Hulk and the Thing fight for the first time ever
over Bangers and Mash.
Bangers Mash. So that's a book I really wanted for a long time, and I saw this one. I saw it a couple times, and I almost pulled the trigger on it, and then I realized instead of saying 12 cents, it says 9 pence. It's the British printing. That lowers the value, and I don't want it. I did buy 2 comics over there that were that
British
British variants. It was 2 old Tomb of Dracula issues because it was cool. They're from like the 70s.
Okay.
And I thought that would work. And Tomb of
You're
Dracula
holding
cool,
your chapstick like a cigarette.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'll allow it.
Too much time in Foggy.
When did you
London
get back
town.
from Foggy London?
Saturday night, late Saturday.
Did
night.
you have any cigarettes?
Of course not, Matthew. I've never even touched a real cigarette.
But don't they just smoke a lot of cigarettes?
No, not as much as France.
Oh, France is where they're smoking
A lot
of
of vapes in England. A lot of rigs floating.
A lot of
around.
rigs.
People had some
A lot of
serious
cloud
rigs.
machines.
Yeah, big time.
Nice.
I was
Good for
surprised at
them.
the amount I saw.
Good for them.
And some of them have like really dainty ones. You either have like a battleship or like a real tiny little
Little bitty boy.
Yeah, a little bitty boy. Yeah, so basically what we did there was just sightsee. We just it's the most tourist I've ever been in my entire life.
You just saw sights.
All we did was see
Did you
sights.
mind the gap?
Oh, yeah, you better believe I minded it. You know me, I'm not good with directions, so subways should be a nightmare. But I would say England is not as straightforward or London not as straightforward as Paris, but it's definitely still pretty easy. And luckily my wife is like, I'll figure this out. And I'm like, thank God, because I will take us to.
Just ride the trains, baby.
Be right in the middle of Stonehenge.
Just ride the trains.
Which I did see Stonehenge as well.
Did you see Harry Potter?
No, I didn't see Harry Potter. So they do have. The friend of ours who's staying there is a big Harry Potter fan, and like 2 days after we left, she did end up going to like the big Harry Potter experience tour, which takes place at like the studio where they filmed Harry Potter. So you see like the real model they used for Hogwarts and all kinds of really cool shit. It actually seemed pretty awesome. But we didn't get to that one. No, didn't get to. We were doing all the like straight up like when you think of like a London postcard.
Which are what? Big Ben and red buses? That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean there were a lot of red buses floating around.
There's a palace.
There's a couple palaces, Palace-I. We went to Buckingham Palace.
That's the palace I was referring to.
Yeah, that's like that's the king queen one.
Did you see the Resolute desk?
No, I couldn't get inside.
All right.
The gates were too high. We did see someone.
You got to just get arrested.
It's so strange because
so enjoying his whiskey. You got to get arrested, and then you have Riley break you out of the holding center, and then you go up the little staff elevator thing where they send up trays.
Yeah, dumbwaiter.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
So yeah, that's why they don't want to make the third one. They're too dangerous. Honestly, I've been meaning to call you. I don't think I've talked to you since I got back, did I?
No.
I meant to call you, but I was really jet lagged. Not as jet lagged as when we got back from Hawaii. I was toast for like a week. But coming back from London, I was still a little fucked up. The Sunday and Monday for sure.
Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe?
No, today's Tuesday and Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, I just know you're still tired, you say.
Well, I was actually doing pretty good today, but I've just been running around doing so much stuff. I wasn't able to, like, get in my usual pre-show, like, bring myself back up to where I need to be to do it. So, yeah, and I can't watch you yawn because it's unsettling.
This is the life of somebody who doesn't have time to do their pre-show.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever it is.
My pre-show. So I'm drinking my pre-show Celsius on the show. Okay, so London. I don't have too many thoughts on it, to be honest, because frankly, and listen, I'm gonna say some things that sound negative because they are negative, but I'm not trying to be shitty. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This is just truly how I felt.
This is just fact.
This is just how I felt about London.
Okay.
I really didn't like it as a whole. It's basically, here's all you need to know about London. It's New York City with zero character. It's almost like a toy town, like a little TV show town. And everywhere you go, obviously, England is like culture, maybe. Well, so here's the thing. So what I keep telling people, and I don't know if I said this to you, but before I left, I was like worried about going for a couple reasons. One, the food, obviously. You only hear bad things. But mainly, I've just gotten this sense that like maybe the situation is that England has spent so much of their history conquering other cultures that they never developed their own. And after visiting there, I would say I was right on the money. The whole thing is like, again, not to say anything, out of line, but it's like, God, I can't even think of the word. It just feels like it's a big old monument to oppression, to oppressing the proletariat. Now, I don't know exactly what that word means, but I know I used it correctly, and I know that what I said was accurate. Folks, there's so much going on. You've got so much on your plate. Why take up more of your time with little things like having to go to the grocery store, my personal least favorite? I've started getting my groceries delivered, and it has changed everything for me. I am genuinely more happy of a person not having to deal with going through those aisles, people just running into other things with their carts, like people not looking each other in the eye. I really hate the grocery store. And the parking lots, forget about that. The great news is Instacart exists. And you might not know this, but you can get more than just groceries on Instacart. You can also get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour, boy. But the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start taking things off your plate and putting different things on your plate. It's a food delivery joke. It's not really a joke. It was just kind of a thing I said. The point is this. Make your life a little easier with Instacart. Hit the link in this episode description. Get that deal and start using Instacart today. Listen, like I said, you've been working hard. And I think you deserve to treat yourself. And there's no better way to do that than to check out all the great stuff we've got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. We've got more than just clothes. But let me say this. The clothes, they're going to make you look good and make you feel good. Okay, this is not some cheap, weird, like that Gildan brand and it fits disgusting. This is like, you're going to want to wear this stuff. It's super comfortable. The t-shirts especially. I'm talking tri-blend material. That's 3 kinds of material. That's Target quality, folks. But we've also got mugs and pint glasses and bucket hats and baseball hats, slides, notebooks, fanny packs, all made to order. So again, get yourself something nice and check it out over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Link is also, of course, going to be in this episode description. Check it out. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. You know, man, the podcast advertising, it feels like it gets bigger every week. Every week I listen to, my regular roster of podcasts, and it's like, Chevy is doing ads on podcasts now. Oh, Nissan's doing ads on podcasts now, like car companies, but not just them. McDonald's, State Farm, like massive brands that have massive ad budgets that do big commercials on the Super Bowl every year and all this stuff, and it's very cool. I mean, I can't think of anything in my lifetime that has created its own space for advertising in the realm of like television, newspaper, but now podcasts are right there with them, and that's only going to get bigger, and that's really cool. The problem is there's not really any room for smaller or local businesses to get in on the action. At least they haven't yet. But the good news is that's what we're here for, all right? That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising and what it can do for you, hit us up, reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com. For example, we went to the Tower of London, which I wish we would. So, dude,
is that Big Ben or is that a different tower?
No, that's not. Big Ben is its own thing.
Just a clock tower?
Yeah, and okay. I walked right past Big Ben. I didn't even see it. No, it is big, but I didn't even see it. And then they were like, Andrew, where are you going? And I turned and there he is. Yeah, it's like, oh shit, there's Big Ben, which is it honestly is. It's a pretty clock. It's a pretty clock. It's got some nice decorative stuff.
Got some nice hands.
Yeah, it's got some. Yeah, I would say the hands are pretty great, but like the outside circle part is pretty top notch. The rim of the clock. Yeah, the clock rim. Just want to lick that clock rim. Mm-hmm. I did. So we went to Stonehenge.
Tower of London. Wait.
Okay, Tower of London. Thank you. Tower of London. That's where. So we went there on the last day. And like I said, I mean, we were just hitting it hard, like sightseeing. Like, that's all we were doing. Boots on the ground, early in the morning, hiking it everywhere. Mm-hmm. So by the time we got to the Tower of London, I really think if it had been a different day, maybe I would have been way more into it because it is cool. Like the large building is called the White Tower, and it's super, super old. I don't remember how old, but it's old. It's like old as fuck, Matthew. It's like the oldest building I've ever been in, which is, cool. But by the time we were there, I was like, I don't give 2 fucks about any of this.
About how old the building is?
About any of it, yeah. They have some stuff inside. So it was a prison. The Tower of London used to be a prison. And the last guy who got assassinated in there. This is how they fucking killed this guy. They had this big gun, almost like a small, almost like a cannon. Like it was a big long gun, and it was on a little stand. The thing is, this guy was pretty fucking tall, so they made him sit down in a chair, and then they shot him with it like through the chest. And they have the chair in the museum there, and the back of the chair is like splintered and blown out because it went through this man totally. So that's kind of fucked up. And then the Tower of London now is where they keep the crown jewels. You familiar with the crown jewels?
Yeah. That's not where they keep them.
It's where they say they keep them.
Yeah.
So the crown jewels. They've got like you walk into a vault, and they have all these big cases with different ceremonial swords and stuff that are, pretty tight, pretty solid. And then where the crown jewels are, like the crown and the scepter and the ball and shit, they're in these glass cases between a moving walkway. So you can't, like, stop and look at them. Which makes sense because people would probably be crowding around, taking photos and stuff, which you're not allowed to take pictures either while you're in this vault, which, stupid, because they're on fucking TV. Like, we've seen them. No, whatever. I don't care. Oh, God, fuck England. I'm sorry to say it. I apologize. You're good folks, but fucking ridiculous country. So you're on this walkway and you see the crown jewels. The crown jewels, again, I don't mean to sound shitty, so tacky, Matthew. They look so stupid. They look bad. They should change them. And when you get off of the moving walkway, after you see the crown jewels, they have these other big glass cases that are full of the sort of coronation accoutrement, like serving dishes and things that are used, not even during the coronation, but like after. And they're all these massive gold, just gold, like treasure, silver and gold, big platters and shit. And it's like, again, I don't mean to sound shitty, but it really is like, holy shit, like this, the only way that anybody could ever get this kind of stuff, and I think if you saw it, you know what I mean, is by like invading a place and like killing everyone and taking everything from them.
Hell yeah, brother.
And it's kind of, and so I'm walking around and everybody's like, oh, I'm a tourist, I'm having fun, look at the crown jewels, Prince William, blah blah blah. And I'm like, this is fucked up. Like, this is blood money, dude. Like, this is kind of not cool. And it was kind of like that all over London, I found. And so that was the Tower of London. There was some cool, but again, I mean, there's some cool stuff there, like just like old shit. Yeah. That was cool. And again,
so then Stonehenge
kind of hit me at the right time. So Stonehenge is like a couple hours or something away from London. So we did this bus tour this one day.
Stonehenge is the one with the stones.
Stonehenge is the one with the stones, yeah.
And they don't know how they got there?
Don't know how they got there. Don't know what they were for. They have a big theory on how they got there.
They're the ones that, like, some of them are stacked on top of each other. Some of them, they look like the pi symbol.
Yeah. It's the pi symbol place. People think aliens did it. There's a lot of mystery.
Yeah.
Around Stonehenge. So we went on this bus tour, all-day bus tour. It takes you to Oxford, Stonehenge, and Windsor Palace. So Oxford was pretty nice. Had a fucking top-notch sandwich there, I'll tell you what, from this little sandwich shop.
What kind of sandwich?
Chicken tikka masala sandwich, and it hit the spot. And we were lucky to find that place. That was probably the best thing I ate.
We'll talk
on
food
that trip.
afterwards.
But we Godspeed. And so Oxford was cool. My wife was like, we're going to go to Oxford. And I was like, that's where they make the dictionary. And she was like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool. So then we went
Oxford's not brogues.
That's all I could think when I was riding the bus there. So then we go to Stonehenge. And Stonehenge, here's the thing about all this stuff is it's like, it's a true journey, not the destination thing. except that is bullshit. So to get to Stonehenge, you got to take this bus, and it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then you get off the bus, and you can either walk 30 minutes to get to Stonehenge, or you can take a tram a couple minutes to like get up there. And if you walk, which we did, it was a great walk. Again,
journey, not the destination.
Journey, not the destination. It was a good walk. Lots of sheep. It was cool.
Okay.
And sheep, by the way, I don't know if have you ever seen sheep shit?
No.
It is circular. It's like the holy hand grenade, like perfectly circular.
Just a sphere?
Like a sphere of lamb poop. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm dodging a bunch of little tiny poop footballs, excuse me, and we get to Stonehenge, and you can't really get close to it. They have it blocked off. I mean, you know I'm so bad with distances. But I would say, I would say it's pretty far away. I'm trying to use the dimensions of like this. It's like
how many of this room away?
How many of this room?
Wall to wall.
At least 3 of this room away.
Okay, so maybe 50 to 100 feet.
Yeah, at least that. And so they have it all blocked off. So all I did, dude. So you get up the hill where the rocks are, and you can't even get close to them, and then you just walk around them, and then you leave. That's the whole. You walk around them, and then you leave. You go. So everybody stands right at the front and takes a picture, and then basically does a walk of shame for half a mile or whatever it is around this fucking thing. So they have like one cop there and a couple of like tour guide people. So my wife and I are standing by the cop, and she's like, "You think we can touch the stones?" And I go, "I don't know. Depends on how fast he is." And he goes, "Pretty fucking fast." So I go, "Yes. And how much does it cost to lick the stones?" And he goes, "For you, £1 million." And I'm like, "I don't think that's a real number." And then my wife was like, "And if we do lick them, what else do we get?" And one of the tour guides was like, "Oh, a night in the tower," meaning like the Tower of London prison. And she was like, "Oh, that's a pretty good deal." And then we walked away from that. And then we continued our loop along.
Nice.
Stonehenge, yeah. So that was the highlight.
Every accent that you did in that was the people from Wonka that keep the inn. The guy who like works for the innkeeper. And then,
I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
but
that's what you
pretty
just
much.
did.
That's pretty much what everybody over there.
All right, so that's about the gist of it from
hang on.
That you did.
No, it's not even fucking close, Matthew. Not even fucking close, actually.
Still going.
Then we went to Windsor Palace. Which is a different palace from Buckingham Palace. And it was closed that day, so we couldn't actually go inside. But we did get to see it. And then we went on the London Eye, which is the Ferris wheel.
Nice.
Did that. What else did we do that? We walked up the London Tower Bridge. You know
the London Bridge.
The London Bridge. We walked up that over it.
Was there any concern of it coming down?
It seemed pretty sturdy.
Okay.
We walked up it and over it and then over it again and then down it.
Okay.
And then...
Was it a nice bridge?
It was a lot like the St. Louis Arch area. But it was just wider and, longer.
Yep.
But it had the exact same vibe. So London Eye, what the fuck else we did something before that too. Went to Notting Hill. So Big Ben. So we went to Westminster Abbey.
Yep, familiar.
Famous church, I guess. So, you walk around and it's pretty cool for a church. We took this special tour. At least, it doesn't seem that special because it's like $10 and they do it. And you can just sign up. You don't have when you get there, but you do get as part of the tour to go into this place. I think it's called the Sanctuary.
Okay.
Which is
you're in the Sanctuary.
Usually private. Like, you can see it, but you can't go inside, and you can't see, like, into it all the way.
But for 10 quid?
But for 10 quid, brother, you can fucking suck and fuck whatever you like in that place.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Windsor Palace way. Yeah, exactly. So it's where, like, the guy who started the church was buried. I don't remember what king it is. But again, this guy
Jeff
died
Bezos.
in, like, the year 1000 or something.
Yeah.
Like, these are the oldest bones. Like, there's nothing in these coffins anymore. It's just dust. These guys, like, nothing.
My leaky boom boom down.
It's just a leaky boom boom down when you're in the ground for that long.
A foggy London down.
A foggy London town, informer. Me no fidelity to me, I go blame. A foggy London town. So we got to see the inner sanctuary, which was solid. Here's one thing I'll tell you. Man, people have always been the same. People have always been the same because they have like this crazy sarcophagus essentially for the guy who's, I was just talking about. Yeah, and is in the center. And so it used to have, it was like mosaic patterns. It used to be that people could come and, like, the way it's set up is hard to describe, but essentially go in a little bit and, like, do a prayer and stuff. So people started taking mosaic tiles. But also the walls are bare. But you got to remember, people were way shorter back then, right? So it's like barren, like, mosaic tiles taken, and then couple feet up, it's like perfect mosaic. Yeah, because nobody could reach it. But I was like examining the area, and I did see somebody had carved a year, like one of the what do they call them? Pilgrims, a tourist basically, had carved the year that they, like, were there. You want to know what year it was that they carved in? 1669.
Do you think that's a real carved year? Or do you think somebody just hit 1669?
I think it's real.
I mean, you could go in there and carve 12,001.
I carved 3004, actually. Just because I'm from the future, and this is what I came back to do.
Wow. Check to go to Foggy London
Foggy
town.
London town. I'm hanging out with the Queen and Prince. Foggy London town. Foggy London town.
I'm glad that's got you laughing.
Yeah, it's funny. So there's some, like, very famous people buried at Westminster Abbey.
Yeah,
it's called. Is that what I said?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had enough Celsius. So, like, Charles Darwin is buried there. Isaac Newton is buried there.
Fruit fly.
Yeah, I saw him. Stephen Hawking, a recent addition to the Abbey.
Wow.
Stephen Hawking is buried there. But it's like his ashes. Because I'm like, I don't know how you're going to fit the wheelchair in there. But they, like, burned him, essentially, I guess.
Do you think they sold that at auction?
His wheelchair?
Yeah.
That's
what would you pay for Hawking's wheelchair?
He's a pedophile, so I wouldn't pay anything for it. I would not. How much for a pedophile's wheelchair? How much is that pedophile's wheelchair in the window?
Do you think that they have? You think so? Okay, so but they threw him in there even. Well, I guess it's the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude,
yeah,
Medal of Honor,
yeah.
full. Yeah,
One of us. That's what they chanted at his
The Abbey
funeral.
was closed for 4 days and 4 nights in honor of when he was buried there. So they, like, have his urn, like, in the ground, and people were, like, taking pictures of it, and I don't know, all this stuff. And again, it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So then the coolest thing we saw was probably Stonehenge. I know I was talking about how, like, dull it was, which is true, but still getting to see it was like, that's pretty awesome. But on Thursday night, we went to a play in the West End, which I guess is like the
Broadway,
but like more illustrious for a theater. I guess this is like
theater
top. Like, if you're top of the heap actor, like, you're doing it in the West End. And we were like, we want to go see a show. We were between a couple. We picked this play. It's a brand new play. And guess who stars in it? Ray Fiennes.
Josh Gad.
a.k.a. Voldemort. If it had been Josh Gad Matthew, I would still be there applauding. But it was Ray Fiennes, the guy who plays Voldemort, who's a great actor.
The guy who plays Voldemort or the guy who plays Tom Riddle?
The guy who plays Voldemort.
I couldn't even tell you what he looks like.
He's
looks like
he's a great fucking actor. He's been in a lot of other movies. Schindler's List, Conclave a couple years ago, Grand Budapest Hotel. He's a really good actor. And, dude, I got to tell you, like, the second this guy stepped on stage, it was crazy. Like, you just felt this sweep of energy like go through the audience. It's like I said, it's a brand new play. It's called Grace Pervades.
Grace Pervades.
Yeah, and it's based on like a real guy whose name I can't remember.
Grace Pervades.
Grace Pervades. Yeah, it's based on Gracifer Pervades. Gracifer Pervadeson, and it works through some of his stuff, and it's pretty cool. Andy Serkis, who plays Caesar in Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Also a terrific actor.
So two people who aren't playing real people though so far.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to give examples that like you will know or general people will know. Like if I said Andy Serkis, would you know who I was talking about?
No.
Exactly.
No,
so
I know, but then you said Planet of the Apes, and it was the same thing. You said like, oh, he plays Voldemort. Like, you're like, this is the cream of the crop.
Like you couldn't
two people
see.
that don't play.
I see what you
humans
mean.
in
Like you
movies.
couldn't. Well, Voldemort is human, but his face is like I see what you mean though. Like his face, like two guys who you would not recognize.
Yeah.
But Andy Serkis has been. Well, obviously they've both been. I'm just saying what you might know. But look them up because they're both great actors. But Andy Serkis' daughter, Ruby, was in it, and she was also fucking phenomenal.
Is her name Grace?
No, not in.
What's the play called?
Grace Pervades.
Grace Pervades.
Not Grace the name, but Grace like the.
Grace.
Yeah, like Grace.
Yeah, like you have Grace.
Yeah.
Same thing as Grace the name though.
Yeah, but different context. I mean, it's spelled the same way.
So.
Yeah.
I want to get into the food, and then we can move off London.
Okay, yeah, because that's pretty much all I've got to say.
I saw one picture, and it looked like you were having a fish and chips.
Yeah, I did have a fish and chips. So here's the deal. So first night we got there, we went to this pub. I believe it's pronounced. Yes, thank you. And I did get the fish and chips just because I was like, I don't want to, like this. I just want to eat something that simple, you know what I mean? Not because I was like excited to eat fish and chips in London. I don't care about that.
What else was on the menu? Like, are they throwing
shepherd's pie?
Are they throwing
and
a
shit
cheeseburger
like
on the menu?
Scotch egg? Not at this joint. No.
What's a Scotch egg?
It's like no, I don't think they had a Scotch egg at this place. But a Scotch egg is like it's an egg. It's a hard boiled egg covered in like some kind of sausage breading. Roast, Sunday roast.
Love roasts, yeah.
You know, all kinds of stuff like that. Sticky toffee pudding. That's like their big dessert over there.
Sticky toffee pudding. Sounds good.
It wasn't.
Probably not, yeah.
No, it was not. I mean, I bet you if somebody over here made it, you'd be like, shit, that's good. Over there, it was like, shit, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. But
so how was the fish and chips?
Well, let me tell you, dude, at this place, it was off the charts. And I was like, okay, I get why this country is like famous for this dish because this is really good. However, it turns out it was just that place.
You had it somewhere else.
Because we went, several other places, and they were not.
You were chasing the high?
I was chasing the dragon of fried fish, and they just were they were regular. They were the same you get over here, possibly even worse. You know what I mean? They just weren't.
Did you have anything else? Were you strictly eating fish and chips?
No. What? Oh God! What else did we eat? Well, we got to.
Do they have like Chili's? Can you hit a Chili or an Applebee's? If you needed a meal bad, if you're like, dude, I can't do this right now.
No, they have like Wendy's and shit, but they don't have like food. Yeah, they have fast food.
But do they have? Did you try any fast food?
No,
because I feel like you get in other countries too, and the fast food is different as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like you know, everything.
Like, can you get saucy nugs at the Wendy's in London?
I think so.
Okay, just curious.
But you know, like all the candy tastes different, you know, because they don't use the same dyes that we do. Which, you know, I honestly, I don't get. I know maybe they're unhealthy, but the fact of the matter is people right now are living longer than they ever have, and I don't need to live that long. So I'd rather enjoy a fucking, not that I'm a gummy bear guy, but a gummy bear that actually tastes like it should.
Why, did you have some gummy bears that were no good?
My wife is a big gummy bear person, and she was like, these stink compared to...
Did you try one?
No, I didn't.
Were they still like Hasbro, or what was the brand?
It was that's the thing. Same brand, just different recipe to abide by the government regulations that they have over there.
What about breakfast?
You know me, I don't really eat breakfast.
I guess
so we never had the traditional English breakfast. It was highly posterized because I can't think of the
Did
right
they have
word.
the thing where they just have the tomato?
Oh yeah, that was around like a lot of places you go. It's like, hey, English breakfast. You can get the real deal English breakfast here, and it's like that should be
not
negative
advertising.
Yeah. Don't tell people that. Yeah. Don't say that out loud.
Beans, a tomato, and some type of sausage brat type scenario.
Yeah. So one night. It's hard to remember what we even fucking ate because we were moving around so much.
And that's also, like, for us, at least, well, I mean, you travel a lot more than I do, but, like, part of a vacation to me is the meals also, you know?
Me too, but here's the thing. My wife and I were talking about this. This was not a vacation. This was a trip. And for a little while, I was trying to get it to be a vacation, and that was my mistake.
Yeah.
Because it was full trip mode. My one attempt, we did get to go to this Italian restaurant, and I was like, okay, like, I've been here before. I get this. And, like, we're in for something. And, you know, they do everything that they can, but it just tastes like
not good.
Nothing. It doesn't taste like anything. Like, there's no flavor. Again, for a country that has spent so much of their history conquering nations.
They should have picked up some spices along the way.
Spice trade? Yeah. For like the place where the East India Trading Company was founded.
Was for spice.
And they just were like, I guess they traded it all away because they're certainly not using it. So even this Italian place, it was like, okay, like they put the plate in front of me. I'm like, these are some hearty looking noodles with this pesto sauce.
Nothing.
I mean, it was fine. It was hot, but it was a meal. It was a meal, but it was like, you know, if you had that place here, they wouldn't
be closed.
They wouldn't stay in business. The food just wasn't that good.
Well, we got some good Italian food where we are.
We got good food all over the joint. You know what I mean? I was talking to a guy just earlier today. I was telling him I got back from London. We were talking about the food a little bit. He was like, yeah, I have some friends over there who have come to visit here, and they're like, oh, I thought Americans were fat because they are, like, lazy slobs. But no, they actually, like, want to eat food because the food over here is good.
Yeah.
And now I have to go back to my motherland, wave the little fucking Union Jack, and eat dog shit for, 3 courses a day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough.
Whatever.
All right. Are you good on London? Are you good on Foggy London town?
I think so. I think I've said all I have to say.
Yeah, you said about 39 minutes worth of.
My back was so tight.
It's from walking.
From anxiety.
Oh.
Just like discomfort the whole time we were there until literally the afternoon before we left. We had breakfast with our friend and brunch, whatever. And we ended up finding randomly this very French cafe, and that place did it right, and that was the only time I was like, now I feel like I can start.
Yeah.
And it was hours. It was an hour before we left. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed London. You did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah. Now it's off the list.
Which I guess is cool.
Now it's off the list.
I don't know. I also think living so close to Niagara Falls our whole lives, like seeing big sites that people want to see. Because also, even for people who live around here, I think that we have gone to Niagara Falls like more than most. Because it was always bringing the British soccer coaches and things over there.
I used to walk across the bridge twice a week.
Of course. Yeah. Like you always see Niagara Falls. That's like, I don't care. I don't care about.
Yeah. You travel for like the culture and the food and stuff, not just the sightseeing. And when you travel somewhere where they don't have any of it,
it's fucking
good stuff. But the reason I wanted to end with food, Andy.
Okay.
And I texted you about this. I gave you a heads up on this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I have no recollection.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
We've talked a little bit about America 250, the birth year of our country. It's 250th year, about to kick off in a few short weeks here. And in honor of all of the things that you've talked about that is great about our country compared to London, McDonald's is bringing back the apple pie.
Well, they're bringing back the fried apple pie. They've always had the apple pie. They've never gotten rid of the apple pie.
The green one?
Yeah.
You still muck them? I thought I was breaking big news to you.
Sorry, Matthew.
I'm fucking done.
I hate that you got to do your research.
I thought you were. I don't listen. I'll say that this is
apple pie is a staple. It's never gone away.
That's why I thought. I was like, wow, I can't believe it's coming back. I'll say this. Andy, you know this about me. I'm a red-blooded American. I love this country.
Yeah.
I fucking hate apple pie. I think it's one of the worst desserts ever created. I do not think anything is good about it.
I totally get that, to tell you the truth. I like apple pie, but I get why people don't like it. But a McDonald's apple pie is good.
Apple pie in general is not like
a Thanksgiving apple pie.
Think about how many and people are like, dude, I love apple pie. Yeah. No, you don't.
I don't think they do either.
Yeah. There's so many better things than apple pie. In fact, and I've said this before, pie in general is not a great dessert.
It takes a lot to make a good it's very difficult
the
to have
best
a good pie.
Pies, can I say this? The best pies would probably be better as like a cake. Like my favorite kind of pie is like a you get like Wegmans, the Wegmans like pre-made. They have like the chocolate peanut butter pie or whatever.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but what other kind of pie is better?
I mean, for me, any kind. I don't like that shit.
You know what? Let me rephrase it this way. I don't like pie crust. But I like cheesecake. You get a graham cracker crust on a cheesecake, it's delicious.
It's definitely better.
People are like, dude, our mother says this. She prides herself on her pie crust.
Yeah. And it is good.
But it's not better than any other dessert. It's not better than a chocolate chip cookie.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You know?
I got a candy cookie from Panera in my bag right now.
It's better than any slice of pie you'll have.
So much better.
Ever.
It's
the
true.
Best pie.
It's honestly true.
So that's why I'm like, why are we so fucking obsessed with apple pie when you could just make chocolate chip cookies?
You want to know the truth, Matthew? It's because we're scared. We're scared to let go of the things that we know. We're scared to admit that just because we've been doing this thing for centuries doesn't necessarily mean that it's the way we got to stick with it.
But like, and let me ask you this:
until a brave soul.
If somebody came, if you were jonesing for something dessert, something a little sweet, and you were like, "Oh shit, I forgot that I have a genie in a bottle in my room.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rub the bottle. The genie's gonna come out, and he can give me any dessert I want."
Mm-hmm.
Are you ever asking for pie?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so what the fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be very specific circumstances. But
there's actually, I lied. There's one kind of pie that I've taken to, like, strongly. Like white on rice. Mm-hmm. If that, I don't know if that fits this situation. It's Toll House pie, which I had never had until the older age of my year. I think it's a recipe on the back of like Toll House cookies for like a pie, and it's literally like a pie crust, and then it's like half a layer of brownie, half a layer of cookie, just on a pie crust.
See, that's not a pie.
But it's Toll House pie, and it is, Andy. A little warm slice of Toll House with a little vanilla ice cream will change your life.
Well, I mean, that's fucking that's yeah. I mean,
yeah, but that's why I'm saying exactly
right. But that's why it's
that's why I like it.
I hear you. Yeah, man.
So, I mean, I literally, Andy, I'm not kidding you. I was bringing 3 things today. I walked in with 3 things, and that's more than I usually have, so I was fired up.
True. Now,
but the big one, outside of just getting you started on London,
which doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Nope,
yes, it
count.
does. 100%.
That counts as my thing. That doesn't count as a thing.
I started it though. Remember, I started it. My big one outside of that was the apple pie, and now I'm just bone crushed.
And what was the third thing?
The third thing was kind of related to. Well, there's kind of four things, but the third it was. I considered it three things. It was sports adjacent.
Okay.
And like we missed because you were gone. We missed like the NBA finals and NHL final. That's fine. Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. We already talked a little bit of World Cup, but I was going to talk some World Cup, but honestly, don't care about that anymore either. The other thing I was going to talk about in relation to the pie specifically was they had the Freedom 250 UFC fight on Sunday night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I saw Joe Rogan post a story from the White House.
And, dude, honestly, it was pretty sick.
You watched it?
No, not exactly. I did watch like 1.5 full fights. Like I watched one full fight and then I watched like a half of another one. But I saw a lot of clips too, and it was kind of sick. One, just like, I don't know. It was at it was like in the front lawn of the White House, and you know they got the president sitting like ringside, and it was just kind of like, hell yeah, brother! Like we're just gonna let people beat the shit out of each other on the White House front lawn.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick. Yeah. And I don't know this for fact, but I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that it was like the first UFC card ever where no fight went to decision.
Wow.
Yeah. Every single fight ended via knockout, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus
or
Christ.
Like they called the fight, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Like the one fight I watched in full, the only reason I watched it in full was because it lasted like 3 minutes. Dude didn't even make it out of the first round.
Happens.
Got knocked the fuck out.
Happens.
But like kind of sick.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like people just beating the shit out of each other on the White House front lawn. That's why I'm saying like more sporting events. Fucking football game, front lawn of the White House.
Do they have no space for that?
Basketball game, front. Dude, yeah, that lawn is big. Haven't you ever seen what's the one with
I've been to the White House.
What's the one with
My Day with the President's Daughter?
No.
Olympus Has Fallen. Which it doesn't
no.
have the other one?
White House Down.
White House Down.
With Channing
Tatum and Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, they're doing that thing where they're driving around the White House front lawn, dodging RPGs. That thing's huge.
I don't know. I'd have to get the measurements.
I mean, it seemed like this was the one question I had.
Not a space for a lot of seating.
No, I think you go almost no seating. That was the one question I had is like, there was a lot of people, maybe it was the tricks of the camera, but it appeared that there was a lot of people in the seats in the White House front lawn for the UFC fight. And I feel like it's not that easy just to get into the White House front lawn. So I feel like that was, part of it. But, yeah, that's all I had. You want to do the Who Would Win of the Week?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. I love this Who Would Win. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Mary Poppins versus Jack the Ripper, two of the most famous Brits of all time battling each other out. One, perhaps the bloodiest killer known pre-John Wayne Gacy. The other, a magic nanny who, teaches you stuff about yourself.
So I'm going to give my opinion on this fight. Jack the Ripper, very historic or well-documented serial killer. Lots of stories and tales and books and movies and stuff like that. I'm just going to go out on a limb. Like, I would have to assume he wasn't that good
at
any of it. Being a serial killer, murdering.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because,
if you look at,
literally, unless somebody saw you murder somebody, how the fuck are they going to catch you? Like, they're like, oh, we never caught Jack the Ripper. Yeah, no shit.
Okay, now hang on. Now, you make an excellent point. However, does that point actually affect this fight?
Yeah.
Because
I'll tell you why. Yes,
because he still killed those women.
Yeah, but he didn't have to be good at killing people. If you think of like a notorious serial killer, he was slashing, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't have to be.
But he was good at the violent act of murder, and that's what counts in this battle. Because who cares if he gets caught killing Mary Poppins?
But I don't think he was.
As long as he gets the
job
done.
I think it was just easy to be good at killing people, though. Because like nowadays, to be good at killing people, it's more than just
easy to get away with killing people.
No,
but I don't know if it's ever
easy to be a serial killer. Because like after the first one nowadays, that's when the getting away part comes in. But for him, like all he had to do was stand around and look innocent, wait for a lady to go try to unlock her door in a dark alley.
So.
Or yeah, even better, he already had him alone. Like to me, guy was we call them jacket players where I'm from. He's just doing it for the jacket.
Look,
he just wanted to be on the team. He didn't want to actually put the work in. He was just killing people.
But he did though. He had to
but he didn't have not like
miles.
They do today.
What do you mean not like they do today? If anything, he was
semen.
more.
If they knew what DNA was, they could have just first buy would have been like, oh, that's Jack the Ripper's semen.
That doesn't play a factor for Jack though.
And he would have had one confirmed kill. He would have had one.
I know that if he were killing today, he would obviously be caught very, very quickly.
He probably would not get one single kill, though.
Of course he would.
I don't think so.
Of course he would, Matthew. Look at the stats. It doesn't matter about the crime solving abilities of the day, the technology. It's about the fact that he put numbers up.
But you didn't have to be as talented to put numbers up back then. That's just facts.
I don't know, man. You got to I'm pretty sure I hear what you're saying.
Because I'm not just talking about not getting caught. I'm also just talking about like, dude, like people were just, you can just kill, like, it's not as easy to just kill somebody today as it was back when Jack the Ripper made it.
Are you sure?
Cool. Yes.
Example. Luigi Mangione.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like he tried too hard.
Yeah, 3D printed gun.
Got him.
Dead. Here's my thing. When you look at it compared to Mary Poppins.
I'm just saying if you really want to kill somebody. I don't like where this is going, but you could do it. I don't like this, but I do think, but I don't, I think Jack.
Let's look at Mary Poppins.
Sorry if this is a hot take. Sorry if this is a crazy take, but I think Jack the Ripper was good at killing people. Excuse me.
Yeah, see, I think it was just too easy back then.
I'm going to look up how many people he actually killed.
I don't think they know. And also, who's to say he killed all of them?
Oh, he did it.
No. Could have been copycats. Again, there was no way to test the semen.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about what Mary brings to the table.
Legit magical.
Yeah.
Legit magical.
Can fly.
You give her a spoonful of cocaine, a.k.a. what she refers to as sugar, but we all know what was happening.
No, that's not true. It's not because also, I mean, don't besmirch Mary Poppins that way, saying that
I'm saying that she's going to fuck up Jack the Ripper. She might have been giving those kids cocaine.
No, she wasn't, because it wasn't like
fentanyl.
Fentanyl maybe, but definitely not cocaine, definitely not laced. I think it was real sugar, because it's not about taking this medicine to make you feel a certain way. It's about making it easier for the medicine to
why
go,
don't
the
it makes
taste
it easier
of the medicine to go
if
down.
You're addicted to it because it's cocaine.
Excellent point. Next, your witness.
Yeah.
Prosecution.
So that's my thing about Mary. She can fly.
She can fly with the umbrella.
And she's magic. Yeah, but like that's the thing. In this fight, whatever Jack the Ripper's tool was, some type of knife, I would assume.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins gets her umbrella. And Jack the Ripper has no fucking chance against Mary Poppins.
I think it'd really throw him for a loop.
I think, honestly, dude, when was Jack the Ripper doing his killings? 1800s? 1700s?
Something like that.
If I was Jack the Ripper.
Let's give him 1,000 years birth there.
Yeah. Give me the Jack the Ripper stats.
Okay, I'll look up Jack the Ripper. Yeah, see, the thing about Mary Poppins is, like, it's really hard to get one over on her. Like, not only does
she got eyes in the back of her head.
Exactly. She's tenacious. She knows what's going on. She's super aware of her surroundings.
Yeah, I need the Jack the Ripper. I need the Jack the Ripper year time frame to be able to finish this point off.
Let's see here. Jack the Ripper, 1888.
So when was Mary Poppins? Like early 1900s?
Mary Poppins would have been about 1920-ish.
Yeah, so
I'll look up the exact.
So you know what? So I'll give the cops a break, because had they been coexistent at the same time, if I was the police, I would have just been like, "Yo, Mary Poppins, pretend to be a prostitute. Jack the Ripper comes after Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins just fucks up Jack the Ripper."
1910.
So that's what I mean. So actually, there could have potentially been some crossover.
I think if you look at the background of Mary Poppins, is Bert Jack the Ripper? That's a good conspiracy.
Maybe she converted him.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
That's totally possible. Something's happened and it's happened once before, however, whatever he sings.
I don't know.
Happened before. I'm killing. Kill-killily, stab stabbily, stab stabbily, stab stabbaloo. I'm going to stab her.
And now I'm going to kill you. Stab stabbily, stab stabbily, stab
you cannot tell me that this is not how the musical Sweeney Todd was written.
Yeah, it probably was.
This is exactly
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Stab stabbery.
Street or whatever. This is the Bobber of Fleet Street.
The Demon Bobber of
Fleet Street. I'm taking Mary Poppins. It seems obvious to me. Jack the Ripper won. He was putting up fake numbers. He was putting up inflated numbers. He was putting up.
This is like.
He was putting up Babe Ruth numbers. Like all the other serial killers were out there working 2 jobs, smoking cigarettes, not taking their fitness seriously. Jack the Ripper dedicated his life to the game. He was the only one doing it. It doesn't count.
I think it does count. I don't want to take away. Jack the Ripper, to me, in this instance now, is like Wilt Chamberlain's.
Mary Poppins was putting up the numbers she was putting up in like arguably probably the hardest time to be a nanny. Because that's when parents really didn't give a fuck about their kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's the time when, like, parents treated their kids like animals do. Like, oh, you can breathe now? Like, don't bother me, contribute to the house or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, she was putting up her numbers in arguably the hardest era of nannying. Jack the Ripper was putting up his in literally the easiest era for serial killing.
The easiest era for getting away with serial killing. Again,
which is part of serial killing.
That's true.
I would argue the number one part of serial killing.
I would say
it's
say it's the number 2 part, Matthew. I would say it's the number 2 part.
No, because you got to be able to get away with it. You can't be a serial killer. You
can't be a serial killer without killing.
You kill.
Can't be a serial killer without killing.
You kill once and then you get caught. You're not a serial killer.
But you can't even start if you don't kill once. Being a serial killer. Killing is the most important part, man. It just is. I hear what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. It's the second most important part. But if you're a serial killer, killing is number 1. Getting away with it, number 2.
After the first killing, I guess, is the important part. But for the first kill, getting away with it is the most important part. Because if you don't get away with it, you don't ever become a serial killer.
Nope, it's still the killing part. Because
I'm taking Mary Poppins.
What are you getting away with? You don't have anything to get away with if you don't do the thing.
I know, but this is a chicken or the egg type scenario. This actually is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
because
it is.
Because
if you kill them, if you kill somebody and you don't get away with it, you're not a serial killer. But you have
says you even wanted to kill another person? Maybe you just want to kill that specific person.
Exactly, but then you're not a serial killer.
Exactly. So what does that matter? But in
so
Jack
exactly.
Case,
so to be a serial killer, the most important part following the first
is killing multiple people.
Is being able to not get caught to kill somebody else.
But the killing part is the most important part. If you weren't doing the killing,
I disavow serial killing and all killings in general.
Yeah.
But I will say also, I'm taking Mary Poppins in this fight. It seems easy to me.
I am going to have to go with Mary as well. Again, I think Jack's numbers were not inflated. I think he put them up. I think there's a reason people still talk about him today. He's a big name in the game, but I mean, Mary Poppins is like...
She's the GOAT.
Take away the supernatural stuff. Like, she just has terrific instinct.
And also, she has supernatural abilities.
Well, yeah, she does. She's also supernatural.
Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Jack the Ripper versus Mary Poppins. Andy, as we close out the wrap-up to your visit to Foggy London Town, do you have anything for the people?
I don't know. Look, if you want to go see all that stuff, go ahead. But it's literally like you just spend so much time and energy getting to a place, and then you say, "There it is," and then that's
you're on to the next.
So I don't know. Take that as you will. If you want to go to London, go ahead. But I think if you want to go to London, you're better off going to Paris, an actual city that has actual stuff going on. That's an actually cool place to visit. Fucking go anywhere. Just go down to New York if you want to go to London. It's not worth it, in my opinion. I guess it's cool that we saw the things that are like super famous and that people have, some people are like, man, I really want to see this thing. But again, I guess I can only speak for myself personally. It's like, I don't know. It was cool to see that stuff, I guess. But honestly, the only reason I'm saying that is because I've been told for my whole life that seeing that stuff is cool and that stuff I'm seeing is
Did you ride
important.
a big red bus?
No, didn't ride the bus. But there were a lot of them flown around.
There's a lot of those in New York City, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Andy, I love you.
I love you, too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.